Welcome to Seekers Sessions. We would like to share with you that in this series of podcasts, we have collaborated with our brothers and sisters from various backgrounds, such as musicians, educators, as well as advocates of social group.
So do catch us every week as we share our podcast session on Spotify with these great people of our world, and we hope to see you there.
Till then, may you have a blessed day ahead from all of us at Seekers Nest Media. See ya!
Welcome to Seekers Session. Are you feeling the chills of the scary nights? It is something new for me, huh? I never done this before. And for the viewers out there, you can see behind me, there's figures looking at me. Okay, thank you for joining us for this special edition of Seekers Ghost Session. Wow, that come right at the time, man. Okay, I don't want to merepek here. I don't want to talk nonsense. I have a very special guest with us tonight, right? Very special guest, a very dear friend, very good old buddy of mine. He's very famous and known as the Paranormal Investigator. Am I right to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he also known as to be the Singapore Ghost Master. So without further ado, allow me to introduce to our Seekers Ghost Session, Noel Boyd. Welcome to the show, Mr. Noel.
Hey man, thank you for having me. What an intro, man.
Sorry. I just have to make that dramatic intro because you're a very special guest, a very special person also.
Thank
right?
you.
So you deserve that kind of intro actually.
I'm touched. I'm really touched.
How are you, man, brother?
I'm good, bro. I'm really good. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. I would say tonight. I can say tonight.
Yeah.
At least we can say is that it's quite spooky night. But the thing is, thank you so much for joining with us. I know you have a very busy schedule with you. And for you to make time, I really appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, man. I think it's important for me to say that the pleasure is all mine. You know, it's really awesome to be here. Speaking to you in a setup like this, and then to get the introduction that you gave me. Wow.
Okay lah, man. I'm trying. I'm still learning. Okay. And looking you yourself, you also as I would say, social media influencer. You are also a paranormal investigator.
Yeah.
And with your recent project and upcoming projects, right? With mainstream media, I think it's a blissful journey for you, lah.
Oh yeah. Definitely, because I've been doing this for 13 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, and then to finally get this break, a lot of hard work has gone into this. So I'm gaining the rewards now. So,
I see. Okay, maybe for some of our viewers and listeners out there who might not know you, right, Noel? Allow me to share with them. Noel, I think you have your own Facebook and also YouTube channel, right?
Correct.
Maybe you want to share with us the channel that you that you have been doing for the past 10 years.
Yeah. It's called Ghostfall Singapore. So what we started doing was to go to haunted locations all around the island, and then even done stuff in places like Cambodia to Indonesia. But as long as somebody tells us a place is haunted, then we will do our best to go and see if the place is, whether that story has got any truth to it. Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah, Ghostfall Singapore, it's my baby,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you can share the history of this Ghostfall Singapore. How does it start?
It started when I was doing a show called Skin Art.
Okay.
All right. And there was a show about tattoos and body piercings and all. And it was very popular.
I see.
But the show got cancelled because of some reasons like I from what I hear, right, that
okay.
Ministry of Education, and like they weren't happy that students
Why?
were coming to school with ultraviolet tattoos, or like piercings,
Oh.
and they were really young. So the show, of course, had to be canned, and then I didn't know what else to do, and then I was offered to do this thing with this other guy who was going to do like a Halloween special. So he asked me if I can just host, just the intro part, just say that, they're going to do this here. And I said, okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
And then that was at the old Canterbury police station. And then I went there, and then I was challenged to go into a padded cell, where the most notorious criminals were kept
Okay.
at the old police station. So I was actually very scared because I used to be very scared of ghosts.
Okay.
So this was, I think, 14 or 15 years ago.
I see.
And then, but my ego said that I must do it because I want to prove to everyone there that I can do it.
So there's a challenge within you, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I said 10 minutes, will probably pass really quick.
Okay.
But actually went on for 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. But I felt being touched and all. And then so the adrenaline, kicked in. I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting.
It's real for you, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but not once did I feel scared though, right? And then I just found out more and more and more about the subject. I started reading, started watching videos, and then I realized that whatever they show you in movies and TV, it's not really accurate, There's a lot of gentle ghosts around. Not every one of them is vicious. Yeah.
Not every one of them are seeking for revenge, huh?
Yeah. Exactly, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So so I did that, and then I was invited to be part of this other show. To be a paranormal investigator. I said, why not? And I did it for one season. I wasn't paid.
Oh.
Yeah. The guy gives so many excuses. When I asked for payment,
They invite you, but and yet you are not being paid.
Yeah, we were supposed to be paid.
You are the front man.
Yeah.
The host of the show. I would say in any show, if someone is the host, man, he's the star of the show, right?
Yeah, supposedly, right?
Yeah.
So when I brought up the issue, after one season about being paid, and then he fired me.
Fired you?
Yeah.
Hey, that is cruel, bro.
Yeah, he fired me on Twitter. So I found out through Twitter that I was fired. And then I told myself, like, the best thing I can do, right, is to start something on my own.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that really is a beginning of a motivation for you, lah.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you trying to prove to that person something, or are you trying to say, hey, I deserve something better?
I think, there's a big part of me then that said that I want to run him out of business. Yeah, because people knew that show because of me, because I was the face of the show.
Exactly.
So I'll just take all the viewers, and I will bring them to a whole new experience.
Yeah.
And we tell better stories. We don't fake anything, because
keep it real.
Yeah, because after, like whatever we recorded for that show, and then I will watch back when it finally went online, I realized that a lot of stuff was fake. Like you put in voices and all. But I was there, and I know that.
So I mean, he edited the in post production he edited a lot of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So therefore, I think my fan base, they appreciate the fact that we don't fake anything. Yeah, like sometimes you watch, it can be really boring, but it is what it is. Like,
yeah, true.
Yeah. If you go to a place and I feel that it's not haunted, I'm gonna tell you it's not haunted. Yeah.
Man, at the end of the day, man, yeah, no doubt entertainment sells, but yeah, we have to be truthful towards our supporters or our viewers out there, right? Yeah, man. At the end of the day, they are the one who support our content. You see,
exactly.
Imagine if you lie to them, man, if they get to know, man, it's quite heartbreaking, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like recently, this is just an example. Maybe I can relate to your story. There's this viral thing going on with, this Korean group, these Korean people where they like to eat in front of the camera.
Oh yes, I heard of that.
Yeah, there's this lady figure. There's this lady, I think eat with Boki. I think so.
Eat with what?
Eat with Boki. BOKI.
What is that?
It's a female social media influencer where she will eat in front of the camera.
Okay.
For like half an hour.
Right.
and the amount of food in front of her is pretty a lot, man.
Yeah.
For one serving. That's crazy. Serious. I think you should look up to on YouTube. And I think she have stopped her production because people start to realize that she fake her eating process.
Oh my.
Yeah. She eat a lot, no? But actually, on reality, she edited her. I'm not so sure whether this is true or not, but it seems like it because a lot of people have done investigation and from other sources of other videos of other YouTubers like relating to her, they actually come out with a so-called a theory on that and conclusion. So she actually edited her video when she eat, right, and when she chew, people will see her chewing, and after that, right. But people will never see her swallow.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, if you are going to lie, right? Somebody will catch you one day because there are a lot of people that have got a lot of time on their hands. Now, every day they just sit at home, they'll watch something.
Yeah.
they know you're lying, they will find a way.
Yeah, true. I mean, we are living in an age where people have access to information everywhere and anytime, man. Seriously. Man, I grew up in the 90s. I think you much more earlier, right? I won't call you senior, bro. Okay, out of respect, I would say you are the OGs. You're the OGs. Right? Definitely. That time is, I would say we don't rely on information that much. We rely on reality.
Yeah.
Like, friends. We don't have virtual friends. We have real friends, man. Back then.
Yeah.
So that's different, you see. So yeah, I think time have changed. The way people think towards things also slightly different lah. So I want to ask this question to you also.
Okay.
Man, going back to your journey, your beginning journey, starting up Ghostfall Singapore.
Yeah.
Right. What are the challenges that you face in that very beginning, man?
Wow, so many, man. I mean, for one, it's getting approval to be at a certain location just to do what I do, right? So if it's a park, it comes under N parks, and then they would never give a permit, for example.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I want to go to a certain abandoned building, no longer in use.
Yeah.
It's probably under like SLA or URA, and then they would say no. So there's a lot of fiction even till this day.
That mean they restrict your access lah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then of course, getting sponsorship, right, for a subject like mine, back then was really difficult because any brand that hears, oh, you're gonna do paranormal, it's about ghosts, we don't want to be a part of it.
Why is that so? Is that a stigma within our community, or is it like people just have this very narrow-minded way of thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I would think so, but I think it's also like every race in Singapore has got their superstitions, their taboo, right? I find that the Malay community can talk about ghosts very openly, and the Chinese, no, you cannot talk about this. Talk about this, then they're going to come and then they're going to visit you, they're going to follow you home. So I remember when starting out like season 1, this was so many years ago, right? I was trying to get sponsors and then finally got a few. Majority of them didn't pay at the end of it. Because I think they didn't understand what this concept was about. It was one of the first ever done in Singapore, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't have all the paranormal groups that we have now. Like back then was only SPI.
SPI? Wow.
Yeah, Singapore Paranormal Investigators. Then
Is that a Facebook page or?
No,
YouTube?
it was like more of a club. Like, yeah. So these guys, I mean, they're like the OGs, right? And then there's API, and then there's GFS.
Yeah. Singapore Ghostfall.
So nobody really knew like what this was about.
Yeah.
And then like I said, it was difficult to get sponsors. But then now it's like a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because they know that people are watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's something that as time goes by, I think people's need for entertainment change. And it varies.
Yeah.
Back then, people are so conservative. They like to stay in their nutshell.
Yeah.
Right. And they like to believe what their older generation advise them to do.
Correct,
Right?
yeah.
Don't go out at night. Later the momok will catch you. It's like kind of that kind of advice.
Yeah.
But I think now is the opposite, right? People are so into ghost hunting right now. You can see like on Facebook Live,
Yeah.
people are just like go anywhere, everywhere, just to search for and hunt for these paranormal things. But you yourself has been doing this for like 10 years or even more, I would say.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, share with us your whole experience, right? I mean, it's very hard for you to share everything, but maybe if you can sum up, right, this journey and what you have learned out of from this paranormal investigation that you have done in the past.
Okay. The journey has not been smooth at all. It's been very, very rough, man. So many times, I wanted to give up because so many bad things were happening. And yeah, so bad things like I'll be falling sick very often, and then it just wasn't in a very good place in life.
Why is that so? You fall sick due to sickness or due to visit these haunted places?
Yeah, I think it's visiting these haunted places because there's a lot of negative energy.
Yeah.
I see. Back then I didn't practice positivity at all. It was just like, every day, we'll do this, we're plotting, we're trying to plan.
You don't know what it's for.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know the consequences of it.
Yeah. And I didn't take the actions to be a better person. So there was this period of time where it was really horrible, not just for me, but the people around me. So my journey has been, a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
And it's just taught me to be a better person, become stronger, become positive.
Wow.
And then I can continue doing what I do without affecting myself or the people around me. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, looking at you, definitely you love doing what you do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, we men, I guess, we have a very. I mean, most men, not all men. Most men, if they start to love something as a hobby or as a passion, I think they die for it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that we work really hard for it. Man, share with our viewers and our listeners, man, how much amount of work that you have put in this process of like your production for Ghostfall Singapore.
Hours, man. Like, for example, if we go to one location, right, just to investigate, we are there for about 6 to 8 hours.
Wow.
And then when it comes to post-production, when I have to review the footage, it's at least 8 hours on one camera. And then if we use 4 cams on that one shoot, that is what? 32 hours of footage.
I mean, just want to ask also, did you do your own post-production?
Yeah, because just couldn't afford to pay anyone. And I didn't see the point like paying someone when I have to be the one to review the footage. So I know exactly what to look out for. Yeah. So at any one time, like I could be working on that one app for 5, 6, 7 days.
For just one episode?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just reviewing stuff, watching stuff in slow motion, changing the freaking color, just to see whether I missed something. And then a lot of times when we post stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then people go like, oh, I spotted this. At this time, and then I watch it, I go like, how did I miss this? I spent like 6, 7 days, right? Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's different, no? Maybe because you have spent hours editing, so your eyes are like, so I myself also do a lot of editing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me and you, Noel, we are in the same journey of. In fact, yours is more illustrious, lah. Like now,
No, don't say that, man.
not looking that you are embarking into a new journey in your life, which we will share with our viewers and listeners later. That both of us have the same thing going on, where we are one man show for our own content. As a social media creator or social content creator, right? Social media content creator, we have to edit our own videos. We have to shoot our own videos, shoot our own content, then post edit, and then post it up on various social media platforms.
Yeah,
it can be very taxing, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, man.
I really feel you, and this is the part where because some people or some counselors out there, right, they might say, I understand how you feel. But on the reality, right? They don't actually.
Yeah, because they're not in.
They never go through the same
our shoes.
Yeah. But on this level, right? I feel for you, bro.
Thanks, man.
So yeah, definitely there's a lot of hard work going on, right? Within your production, post production. Man, you yourself, how do you keep yourself strong? Definitely, we want you to also share the positive side and the strength that you gathered in order to make every of your content as a reality content for the viewers out there.
Yeah.
Right? Definitely, it's not easy because for every good content out there, there's a lot of suffering behind it. Definitely.
Yeah.
But how do you keep yourself mentally strong?
Well, it's always important to know what you're chasing after, right? Then you evaluate and okay, this is my goal. Why I want it so bad? And then that makes you want to work, right? Really hard for it.
Yeah.
Because it's not just some crazy dream that a person has. And also meeting people, like when I go out, I meet a lot of people that watch the show and they always say very nice things. And then I get very nice
reviews,
messages and comments, So I know that people care. I know people want to see more. And then as long as there's a demand for it, that drives me to create better content all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. There's this, how to say, there's this saying in Malay, but I try my best to convert. I try my best to translate in English. We talk seni. Seni means culture, art.
Okay.
Art. We talk about art. Like Malay culture, Malay art is like like DK Barat, like tarian Melayu. Like Malay dance. Okay. That is called like or Malay traditional music.
Right.
That is called seni lah.
Okay.
That's the genre that we call. We always use this statement and kita berseni untuk rakyat. It means, right, we do something culture in a more cultural perspective or approach for the community. It's always that, the Malay thinking. That's why people like the great composer like the late Zubair Zaid, who wrote our national anthem.
Yeah.
They, or even I would say, I don't know if you know, like P. Ramlee.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They contribute in the world of music because they do it for the people, not for them. Not for fame, not for money, no.
Yeah, exactly, right?
So that is the principle that they hold dearly to themselves,
Yeah, because a man like P. Ramlee, I know that he didn't do it for the money because when he passed away, he wasn't a rich man.
He's poor.
Yeah. Which I felt was so unfair.
Yeah.
Because he brought a lot of money to the Shaw brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They became millionaires because of him.
Exactly. How is that even fair, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah. So I think looking at you is similar in that way where your drive and your motivation is for the people, you see. So when people love your content, it just make you feel, hey, they appreciate my content. I'm willing to do it for them.
Yeah, because it's never been about the money. I mean, I can be very honest with you that Ghostfall Singapore after 13 years hasn't even made much money.
Yeah.
We don't really get ads on YouTube because horror content.
Yeah.
What YouTube does is that they don't allow you to earn from it. Yeah. So I don't earn from YouTube. We don't really have much sponsors. I just got a sponsor for my watch, and that's it. Yeah. So it's difficult. But so I share a lot of stuff with my wife, and then she herself knows that this is not like the market to make money.
Yeah.
But it's something I love doing, and I know that during like the circuit breaker, a lot of people are stuck at home. Now I was rushing to push out content. Yeah, just to entertain people. And then what I also like doing, or what I'm very proud of, is that Ghostfall Singapore. What we managed to do is to showcase Singapore. Right, on an international level. We got viewers from all over the world.
Wow.
We promote our history, whether it's dark history or not. But we promote it. We promote the country as it is. You know, whether we get recognized by the government agencies doesn't matter to me anymore. It used to, but then there's so much resistance from them. So I go like, it's okay, but I love my country a lot. So I am going to continue showcasing it the way that I see it.
See, if it's not for Ghostfall Singapore, like you will not put horror theme. I mean, you will not put the horror background of this country, right, on the world map. You see,
yeah,
because we know about countries or places where it's very haunted, and people might always like put their put this thing at the back of their mind. They think like, oh, Singapore cannot be haunted one lah. Singapore is a metropolitan.
Yeah.
How can be very haunted? Got high-rise building. But if they fail to see this place used to be a fishing village, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, you know, the Japanese War.
Yes, exactly.
With the number of people that died. When you talk about the Sukching massacre, where the Chinese were killed by the Japanese, right? You're talking about thousands of people. A lot of stuff is not in the history books, right? They won't show you exactly where people were killed or the women that were raped and murdered after that. But because our country is so small, there were sudden deaths everywhere, you know, and that's where all these hauntings start from. Yeah.
Wow. Since you talk about haunted stories, right? I mean, you have loads of stories. I mean, inside. I mean, from your own experience, maybe you can share with us a few stories. Since we are talking about ghost hunting, right? What experience that you feel the most like fearful and very spooky?
Okay, I think I can talk about the one where I did at Kubur Kasim. It's a cemetery at Siglap. If I'm not wrong, we were working on the second or the third season. And then I was looking for like the one good app that will be the first one out, you know, because you always must start strong and then people talk about it, right? And we had been to a few locations and nothing really good happened, or nothing really bad happened, either one. So
don't wish for it.
So we were at Kubur Kasim and then I was very desperate. I told everybody today will be the day that we will get this mind-blowing app for the viewers. And then nothing much happened. We had a bit of activity here and then I got very aggressive.
Wow.
Yeah. I started challenging. I told the penunggu of the cemetery, right? The guardian spirit, right? I challenged it lah. I said, you know, if you do not show yourself, I'm going to urinate on one of the graves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was very vulgar, which I shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And then this thing happened, right? Because I challenged it to walk through me. And then I felt like it get colder and colder. And then suddenly I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt like I couldn't breathe. And then I was asking for help. So we had two guests that were just appearing on the app. They're not trained ghost investigators, not trained paranormal investigators. So they didn't know what to do. And so they started panicking. And then, you know, we had walkie-talkies on the show and then they were asking for help, like somebody to come help. But I think it took them a long time to get to where I was. And by then I was on the ground. Yeah, I felt like something was trying to strangle me.
I see.
Yeah, and I cannot explain it, you know. So finally, when they all got to me, that's when the thing stopped. But I had saliva dripping out from my mouth and mucus from my nose.
Wow, that bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then later on, when I got home, I checked in the mirror after my bath. I had like this handprint, you know,
handprint.
on my neck. I can show you the photo later.
Wow. It's as if like someone strangled you, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So for the next month, I think we were there in October. So the next month, everything was going downhill, you know, for me. I was in a very destructive chapter of my life where I really hated living, right? And it's happened before, but this time it was just, I couldn't sleep. I would actually wake up in shock. You know, like I'd be sleeping, now I suddenly jump out a bit because I feel that something's in my room. So I don't know whether am I losing my mind, am I going crazy? And then I stopped eating. Like I had
You don't have any appetite?
I had no appetite.
Oh, that bad.
I
man.
didn't want to see friends anymore. And then I remember doing this event because I'm from the events industry, right? And then this guy that I've known for quite a while asked me if whether I'm free to go to Johor. He said, we go there, we'll makan and all. I said, okay, don't have any plans anyway.
Yeah.
And then the next day was actually supposed to be my birthday. So we left for JB at about like 11 o'clock. By the time we got into JB after the jam and all, was about midnight. Wow. And then so we get in and then he was like, bro, we go to my uncle's house first, yeah? I just want to drop off some stuff. So we get to his uncle's house and then I see the uncle sitting outside, old man, with songkok. Yeah, just sitting there smoking. He said, come on, bro, come and say hi to my uncle. Then we get into the house and then the uncle asked, like in Malay to him, who are all my friends?
Okay.
Yeah. And then he pointed to where the car was. I turned around, right? I see all these cats that I didn't see when I entered the house. Maybe about 10, 15 cats were all sitting there and staring at the car.
Wow.
Yeah. So they were staring at the car.
Concurrently happening outside.
Yeah.
While you are inside with the uncle lah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then he said the biggest one is sitting on top of the car.
Oh my God.
Then I was like, okay, what the hell's going on here? Like, am I?
But you yourself never see anything lah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought like I'm on like Malaysia's version of Punked or like candid camera, right?
Okay.
So then the uncle asked me to sit down next to him, and then he took out like this kris.
Oh, keris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Keris is like a Malay ancient sword lah.
Yeah, exactly. And then he tied a string, and then it started moving, and then I was like, oh, what the hell's happening? Like, is this like, is he controlling it or what? And then he took out 3 limes and then he cut the limes, and then every time he cuts, right, there's a way
Slice
it lands.
through. Yeah.
Then he said, then he prayed and he said that I offended somebody.
You?
I offended something.
Oh.
Then I was
he's
like,
referring to you lah. Oh my God. Okay.
And then I was like, okay. I asked him, what did I offend? And then he said, you went to a cemetery and you did something wrong. Then I was like,
That's about few months ago or a few weeks.
About like
few days.
a month.
A month ago. Sorry.
And then I still don't believe whatever's happening. I think it's all like all made up lah, right? Maybe.
But this uncle don't know your background, no.
Exactly.
First time seeing you.
Yeah.
How come he know that you 1 month ago you went to Kubur Kasim?
Yeah, exactly. And is an 80-plus-year-old man,
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow, amazing.
So I was talking to him and all, and then he asked me to put my legs up, on his lap, which I thought was quite weird.
Okay.
And then he said that, told my friend to tell me that he's just going to touch my feet. And then he did this, so imagine this is my foot, right?
Yeah.
He just touched like that.
He touched on the upper part lah.
Yeah.
Near to the vein area, is it?
Yeah, just like between my toes, my big toe and the toe next to it, whatever that toe is called. Toli maybe. So he just touched it. And like I said, there's an 80-plus-year-old man.
Yeah.
Like he just touched and then I
With
felt
force or just
No.
gentle touch?
Yeah, it was a gentle touch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the pain, man, I cannot really describe the pain, but it was horrible.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt pain shooting all over my body.
Okay.
And remember I told you when at Kubur Kasim I had like saliva dripping and all this time I had mucus coming from my nose. I was crying because it was just so painful. And then he said that this thing from the cemetery is trying to punish me for whatever I did. And that it wants me to take my own life.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then she would show her face just before I take my final breath,
Wow.
to teach me a lesson because I was so disrespectful. So anyway, he gave me salt to bring home and he gave me water. So it turns out that he's a bomo.
Bomo. Yeah. Okay.
and he's the one. I think they told me that he practices white magic, right? So I got home the next day. I got home that night, but the next day I did this salt thing. So it was my birthday.
Okay.
Feeling really scared and all because not knowing what's going on, I cannot make sense of things. So anyway, I did the salt. So I threw it like every corner of the house. Started from the front. This was like my mom's house, and did it like every corner. Finally, when I got to the back, I had this cat, very old cat, white cat, would never make any noise. It was a very silent cat, and
particularly on that night,
that
cat started to do something.
Yeah. So finally, I got to the back, right?
Yeah.
And I was throwing it in all the corners. So the last part is to throw it at the back gate because my mom has a private house. And I said, be gone now, whoever you are.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do with you anymore.
Yeah.
When I threw that, right?
Yeah.
I heard this scream, this female scream.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very loud. And then that cat of mine.
Similar to this?
No, it was more like high pitch.
I know it won't be the same lah, but I just want to make things like very real here. Okay, sorry, carry on. Yeah.
And that cat of mine started to mew, but very low tones,
Wow.
Yeah. And then so I knew that, okay.
What was your reaction when your cat reacted that way?
No, but when that scream happened, of course I jumped, I was very scared. I don't know where it came from, but I don't know whether this is the end of it. Yeah. So after that, then things started improving. Yeah.
Man, I think I believe also animals, they can detect this. I think animals, they have a third eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have this ability to witness the unseen things. Like for us, like a normal human eye, we don't have the same vision compared to animals.
Correct.
So look, hearing your story and then your cat react in that manner, I think that is really, it justifies what you are trying to throw it away from your life, you see.
Yeah.
And sad to say, man, your cat witnessed it.
Yeah, true, man. Yeah, so the cat witnessed it, and then of course things got better. And then I kept in touch with this Bomo because I want, I wrote like a chapter about him in my book. And I also interviewed him for this Bomo documentary that I did. Yeah.
Wow. Since you talk about your book, okay, maybe you want to share a bit about the title of your book first?
Yeah, it's actually based, I named it after my show, so it's easier for people to find, right?
Yeah.
So it's Ghostfall Singapore. So yeah, it's like,
so people can get your book in any bookshop like Kinokuniya.
No, unfortunately, no. It's like very difficult to get your books in.
Okay.
So
where can our viewers and our listeners get your book?
If they want, they can buy it straight from Amazon.
Amazon, okay, I see. Online lah.
Yeah, or they can buy it from my website. I think I've got a few copies at home, like 8 or 10 copies left. So it's Noel.asia.
Noel.asia, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, I will input Noel's website link and also his Facebook and YouTube page channel on our video description below. You all can just click to it, right? And if any one of you want to go deeper and learn about story or even anything that he wrote inside his book, right? Feel free, right? Go to his website and purchase.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah. So great. Going back, so when you feel that relief, right, that this thing has left you, what have you learned from that process, bro?
Oh man, I've learned so many things from that one incident, right? One incident where I'm a lot more respectful now. Wherever I go, I don't challenge. I'm not in the position to challenge.
Okay.
I'm of course a lot nicer. I don't push things. If you don't want to, if there's no activity, then I just leave it as that. It's fine. Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, we have to respect I would say the underworld.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And we ourselves, so we have no knowledge of their capabilities, you see.
Yeah.
We might see in the movies, they can fly, they can walk through human body, or even become a spirit in your body, all that kind of things. But again, on the reality side, we don't know the real capabilities of all these unforeseen or even I would say paranormal activities.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, that incident itself changed the way I am on camera and off camera. Yeah, it's all about respect.
So now you that one incident you learn so much and it makes your content grow a more more mature way lah. I mean more better contents for the viewers out there, right? Definitely.
Yeah, man.
So okay, we want to also open up this discussion or in fact this podcast session to Noel to share about his latest endeavors, like what's happening for Noel Boyd now.
Oh, there's a lot of things happening, man. There's too many things happening. Like, so as you know, I got my podcast, Haunted Hour. So I'm working on that.
Yeah.
And then I just did this thing with MediaCorp that comes out in March next year. I'm only in a few apps, but it's about history.
It's something about horror theme lah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got to bring the host, Adrian Pang,
alongside Adrian Pang. Wow,
to this haunted location, and that was pretty cool. Got to share with him like my world, you know. Yeah, so that's nice.
Wow. Okay, since you know that this show is going to be aired in the mainstream media, okay. Before this, do you see that? Is there any hope within the community to accept horror theme to be aired in mainstream media?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
For the longest time, like paranormal, right?
Yeah.
It's considered taboo.
Yeah,
right? As I mentioned.
True.
So folks like Channel 5 would have never done this. Yeah. Like the fact that they're trying this now, it's amazing. I think it shows that we've come a long way, because I know there's definitely a market for it, man.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Not sure whether they realize the potential of this. It's not to create an illusion out there. Definitely. It's more, if you ask me, it's more of like somewhat like an education for people out there to know that there is such thing as this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, people might have to flip of the coin, right?
Yeah.
One might say, nah, I don't believe in all this. Another would say, hey, you better to watch your mouth, You don't say anyhow, Later you kena, then you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it goes back to perspective and also opinions. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I love talking to people that don't believe in ghosts because I want to understand why, right? And their opinion to me matters as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like, if you don't like Mirabus and I love Mirabus, then we cannot be friends. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So I've got friends that I cannot talk ghosts about because they're very scared of ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah. And they probably never even watched any of my content before. But it's fine,
Yeah.
And then there are those that I can talk to about ghosts, like we can spend hours and hours and hours, we can talk about it. Yeah. Which is nice. Like my wife, she loves the paranormal as well.
Oh, wow.
So especially when she was pregnant, we were watching so much like paranormal content, like other paranormal investigators from around the world.
I see.
Like 4 a.m, we're just watching and to see what these guys are doing, what they're up to. Yeah.
I think it's back to people's entertainment needs. Because still horror movies, horror content is something I would say is still a content.
Yeah.
It's still content. It goes back to how you approach the content. If for those who don't like, then don't watch.
Yeah.
For those who like, then I give you an example. My late father-in-law, right? He loved horror movies. He loved, like Indonesian horror movies, like Sundel Bolong. I don't know whether you know about all these movies. These are back in the 80s, 90s. Imagine 80s, 90s. Indonesia heavily start with all these horror movies.
Yeah. The number one horror movie in Indonesia back then was Penjadi Setan.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Correct.
Have you watched the remake though?
Oh, there's a remake.
It's called Satan Slaves. It's by Joko Anwar.
Oh, I have yet to watch it.
You must watch, man, because it's so good. It's like my favorite horror movie of all time.
there's a translation lah. I mean, there's a subtitle lah.
Thank goodness, yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, it has to have a subtitle, man. I mean, like Thailand movies,
Mm-hmm.
Nang Nak.
Yeah.
Then we have Shutter,
Shutter, yeah.
right? They have subtitles, and wow, the visual back and that is not recent, no? That is like in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Late 90s, I would
Correct,
say.
yeah.
And they have produced that kind of good visual horror content.
Correct, yeah.
And what more now?
Exactly,
Yeah,
right.
what more now with green effects, with all these special effects that Hollywood can produce, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you watch Satan's Slaves, it doesn't have all the CGI.
Oh, no CGI.
Yeah, so that's
Not much of CGI lah.
yeah. In fact, I don't remember any CGI, but that's why it's so good because it's done the old school way.
They keep it real.
Yeah.
Wow, raw. Wow. One thing about Indonesia content, I watched this before. Entity.
Mhm.
I don't know whether you watch this Entity. No?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
It's similar like ghost hunting, but this time around they call the ghost to come up.
Yeah.
They call because they will invite a religious figure, right? A religious ustad or what? I'm not so sure. And this guy would chant something, and the next thing you know, you will see a Pontianak start to rise from the back of the bushes, you know.
Okay, but I don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah.
But do you think that this is legit?
For me personally, okay, as long as you want to see it visually, right? But I believe you have to be there to witness it lah. For me lah. Yeah, some content out there, yeah, you can see is real, right? It's real.
Yeah.
But sometimes because you are watching it from an angle where you are watching it from your TV, from your smartphone, or from YouTube, sometimes you just feel like, I think I want to witness it right in front of me, then I can believe it.
Yeah.
Some people will just have that kind of mentality. Seeing is believing. Yeah. So that is my perspective. But in terms of the visual, yes, it's real.
Wow.
It's as real as it gets lah.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you go back to horror content, even for yours, when people view this kind of contents, people can feel, this is real, man.
Yeah. No, but
sorry.
yeah. So what I was asking you about, like this show Entity, right?
Yeah.
The ghost that they show, like that shows up, is that real or is
Okay,
that?
I'm not so sure. I don't know whether it's real or is it makeup, right?
Yeah.
But if it's makeup, I think it's a good entertainment value there lah. It's a value added entertainment lah. Because it sells.
Yeah.
It sells on their part, right?
I know. Yeah.
Okay, what's your opinion on that? It seems that you're quite you have something to say on this.
No, I think it's how do I say this? I think it's fake.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like technically in a see, I'm gonna say the wrong thing. My throat is so itchy. I think it's fake. Yeah.
Why is that so?
Because I've been doing this for so long. I know that technically it's not really possible to get that on camera. Like whatever they capture.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, but I understand they have to do it to get the viewers to stay
relevant
on television.
They need to stay relevant.
Yeah, if not, who's gonna watch it?
Yeah,
The
who's going to fund for them?
Yeah, television station wouldn't want this show anymore, right?
In fact, they make it as a documentary, and then I remember last time they sell it as a CD, and that CD sells in millions, bro. In Malaysia, in Southeast Asia lah, in Malay speaking countries, right?
Yeah,
it sells in millions.
Yeah,
I still remember that.
If I were to sell my DVDs, it wouldn't make a lot of money because I don't have.
You never know.
I don't have that. The aspect you see of a Pontianak appearing.
Yeah.
I don't believe she exists. Yeah.
You yourself as a paranormal investigator, you yourself don't believe that Pontianak exists.
Yeah.
Why is that so, bro? Do you have a theory to explain your view on that?
Because I don't have scientific evidence that she does exist. Or I don't have visual evidence as well. Like nothing on videos, nothing in photos, nothing on audio. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's something that everyone have their view on it. You know, if someone who believe in certain, Malay like to say gula-gula.
Sweets.
Yeah, sweets, right?
Uh-huh.
But gula-gula is a term we use for pocong.
Right. That's something else I don't believe in as well.
Pocong, right? Yeah.
You see, for me, right, I need to see it to
believe it.
Yeah, I love listening to stories and all.
Yeah.
I want to relate to it, but as long as I don't see it, then
It's
I
just a
can't
myth.
believe.
It's just a myth. Yeah, correct. But the way I see you develop your content is more about the feel. It's more about the presence.
Yeah.
Okay. Witnessing it visual in a visual approach or visual perspective, that is another thing that we can relate to. But looking at you, when you go on site, ghost hunt, you base on your hunt through presence. Am I to say this?
Correct.
So you bring your device, the frequency, you measure the frequency on site. So maybe you want to share with our viewers and listeners that experience of that presence. How great of the presence that you felt on site.
Right. The gadgets that I bring, right, to be very honest, it's for sure. It's like, so the viewers know, right?
Yeah,
okay, this is what's happening. If it lights up, then
there is some activities there.
But for me, it's always my feel. Like if I step into any place, right, I will know whether it is haunted or not. Whether there is an entity here. Yeah. So it's really my
instinct.
My gut feel. I can hear. I cannot see, but I can hear.
Wow.
So so wherever we are, man, if I, like, for example, we were at Kampung Wak Hassan recently.
Okay.
And if we walk to a certain area, okay, then I know, like, this is where we're going to tape this segment because I feel that they are around, you know. But whether they come close to us, that's always subjective. They may not.
Yeah, true.
But if they do, then that's a bonus.
I have a similar vision. And direction like you. For me, I myself also don't believe in ghosts.
Right.
Because I've never seen one before.
Okay.
But I've always felt their presence.
Yeah.
You know, like last time I still remember when I used to be during my army days, during NS. My camp was at Lim Chu Kang Camp 1.
Right. Okay.
Lim Chu Kang Camp 1 near the cemetery area there. So that camp was haunted. For sure. For sure.
I think so too.
Yeah. So my first month there, I'm trying to accustom myself, you know, from civilian life, go into army life, and then when you visit the toilet, when you go to the toilet at night, right? In the middle of the night, I would say, it's some kind of like strong presence, bro. I don't know how to describe. You know, I know myself, lah. Like, everyone know themselves better. So when I go to the toilet, right, I can feel a presence. And I try to look around, say, hey, no one following me, what? No one is looking at me, no one's like, no one's with me. When I enter the toilet, no one.
Yeah.
But I can sense the presence is strong. So my justification on this, right, is that sometimes some people can just feel, but not witnessing it live through their own eyes.
Yeah.
But maybe for others, it's the opposite, you see.
Yeah.
They can see, but they cannot feel what's coming to them.
True. Yeah.
What's your perspective on that?
Yeah, I mean, every one of us, we're born different. We're born unique.
Yeah.
I met some people, they tell me they can see stuff. I met some where they can only feel.
Yeah.
Some can only hear. Yeah. For me, I dream. If I do dream, which is very rare, but if I do dream, then it's about them.
Wow. I see.
Yeah, then it gets very real.
What kind of dream that you ever encountered before?
Well,
scary dreams?
Yeah, like there was once we did something at Mount Vernon Crematorium. That one I got into a lot of trouble for.
Just to get into that place?
No, it's after that. So anyway, I was there, and then we went into this place where the furnace is where they cremate the bodies, right? So it's been defunct for a long time. I think they closed it, if I'm not wrong, 2004.
Okay.
When we went was about 2 years ago. So I opened one of the chambers and then I see like bones, human bones.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was just left there. and this is just one chamber, you know. So then when I asked the cameraman said to do it. I picked up the human bone, and then the atmosphere changed. Like, the hair at the back of my head, because
Start to feel it.
I started to feel. I know like it's there, you know. And then we heard a whistle.
Wow.
Like, so this ghost that was there whistled.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay. And then the room got very cold. It just got very, very awkward. And then I put the bone back, right? And then we did the closing segment. We left. And then I was dreaming of this old man, you know, standing by my bed.
Wow.
Yeah. Just standing by my bed. And then he'll be staring down at me. And I'll wake up, right? And I'll feel that I'm not alone in this room. And then there was this one time, right? One time where this dream. So I always thought like, okay, you know, maybe I'm just overthinking. And then, so I was sleeping on the side of the bed. So this is the wall. And now I'm on this side of the bed. And then I dreamt of this man again when I woke up, and for some reason I looked down. I saw like 2 wet footprints on the floor.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's definitely not for me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You were fast asleep, right?
Yeah, fast asleep. And then, so then that was quite bad. And then, but you know, I don't really have a religion per se, but I just prayed for this old man that he will find peace. Yeah. But I got into a lot of trouble for this app because I don't know whether I can talk about this.
I don't know. What?
Because it became a police case.
Okay, I see.
Where a certain minister, her PA, right, made a police report that we trespassed.
Okay, I see.
It became a pretty long police case
report.
Yeah, where I had to go down many times, you know.
To submit a report.
Yeah, to prove that we didn't trespass. Yeah, I finally, you know, submitted all the footage and all, and it showed that we didn't trespass. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is really abandoned already, what?
Yeah, but then they said that it's private property and there was a sign. When we went, there was no sign, man.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's the thing lah. They have missed out on the signage, or maybe those who pass through might also not notice about the signage. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, wow, this is really scary, man. Scary, man. Wow.
Maybe the old man just wanted his bones to be removed, you know, and not just left there. Yeah, I don't know. That's one of the.
Is it a gesture of like a thankful gesture that he's trying to signal to you?
I don't know. That's the thing, you see, because he never spoke, he just stared.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true. I don't know whether he was unhappy, whether he's saying, you know, since you already found this, can you go and remove it or get somebody to remove it? But after the police case came out, and then I appeared in on Storm and Mothership and all, right?
Yeah.
And then we heard after that from the IO that they already removed all the bone fragments.
Wow.
I hope it's true, you know. But after that, the omen stopped visiting.
Coming to your dreams.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Wow. Well, what an experience, man. And what a journey for you, eh?
Yeah, nice one though. It's good memories.
Okay, I think because of time also, we want to actually also wrap up on this session. Man, in fact, if you ask me, I would love to go on for the next another 2 hours with you, say, bro. You know, but
thanks,
the thing,
man.
but the amount of experience, knowledge, content that you have, right, within you, is a blessed to hear, and for you to share on our platform. Thank you so much, Noel.
Welcome, bro. Thank you.
So, for your last words, okay? Definitely, a lot of people out there might have different views on paranormal activities. A lot of naysayers also, right? And also, we are divided. I mean, our community are divided in certain ways, right? What is your best way or best advice, right, to those people who really want to listen and view paranormal or horror contents? What is your best way for them to approach these such contents?
Yeah, I think my advice would be to not go and look for them, because a lot of bad things can happen.
I see.
I know a lot of teenagers are going out now and doing these live streams on Bigo and all. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. And then when you do find out, it's too late. And you're not the only one that's going to suffer when bad things happen.
Your
It's
family
everybody
too.
in your house.
Yeah.
The innocent, they're going to suffer. Their children at home, your siblings, whatever, right? They're going to suffer. Yeah. So my advice is don't. Like, if you're not, I wouldn't, I don't like calling myself an expert, but I know more than most people. And I know the right way to do it. And I know how to get a response without being like very annoying.
Because you have years of experience, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, I can back you up on that because you have years of experience. You have gone through tons of experience. I mean, be it positive or negative, right?
Yeah.
Still, that shape you up. That helped to shape you up to be the figure that you are now today.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely. Right?
Definitely.
So probably, if I can sum up your advice just now, approach this content wisely, lah.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Do it in a respectful way. If for some reason you must do it to impress like your community, but do it in, just be respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only advice I can give them.
True.
Yeah.
I think for some people out there, especially the Gen Z, right? Maybe millennials too. There's nothing against them, right? For me, there's nothing against them. But the thing is, there's nothing that you need to prove to people, actually, in the first place. If you want to do this out of thrill, right, be mindful.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely lah. Like, be mindful. Because again, like I said just now, we don't know what are the capabilities and the capacities and the abilities of these underworld creatures we want to talk about here.
Yeah,
definitely. Right? If we can anticipate their strength, right? Definitely we will know their weakness, right?
Yeah, but we don't.
We don't, exactly. And they definitely know where our weakest link is, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Coming from a underworld and seeing us, I mean, this is what, from my understanding, coming from an underworld, seeing us on a daily basis, seeing, definitely they know our weak spot, man.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Or not only that, because there's so many lost souls who need help.
Yeah, true.
So if they latch on to you and they just follow you home, right? That itself can do quite a bit of damage in your house. Yeah. Because they can disrupt the harmony. So it's not just about stuff flying all over your house and all. I mean, that happens at a later stage, but the initial stage is they will mess up the harmony. People start arguing in your house. Yeah, and then you meet a demon, even worse. Yeah, that one is like the worst of the worst. And then who are you going to call for help?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Ghostbuster.
Maybe.
Ghostbuster. But too bad, Singapore, I think we don't have a Ghostbuster service.
Don't actually have.
We have a few from maybe various religious sects.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I personally come across a few in my own experience.
Yeah.
And the way they chase away the ghosts, right? Is real, bro. Man, it's real. And you don't want to reach to that point, actually. If you don't want to reach to that point.
Yeah, because by then it's too late, right?
Yeah, you definitely want to instill preventive measures before that thing happen, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so if don't try to reach to that point.
Yeah.
Not trying to make them out of business. No, we need them, actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, so within our community, definitely, man, we need doctors, we need firefighters,
Yeah.
Everyone do their role. Definitely, we need people who can chase away ghosts, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because the innocent do get disturbed, right?
Yeah,
Right?
true,
Yeah.
true.
And there are also bad people out there that do black magic and stuff. Yeah.
That is another topic where we can go into, but I know it's definitely going to go. Man, this is going to stretch to like another 4 hours just talk about black magic.
Yeah, definitely. So no, the next time.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. And we from Seeker's Nest would like to extend our special thanks to Mr. Noel boy. Thank you so much
Welcome,
for coming
bro.
to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate for all your inputs, and hope to see you again.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, for our viewers and our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to Seeker Session. In fact, tonight our show is a special one. It's a Seeker's Ghost session. So stay tuned for our upcoming episodes. And for those who support our content on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, please do support our Patreon page. I will leave the description below. So till then, see you next time. See ya.